Good morning, boys and girls. How are you? Today's video is going to be a show and tell, but more like story time. So let's quickly get through the show and tell. I'm going to be sending one of the bigger YouTube channels. They have oddly put on an address for people to send them stuff, and I'm going to send somebody something. It is a postcard of a jackalope. And I'm going to write down on it. You Aussies think you are so special with your kooky animals. Well, mister, beat this. The Southwest states have jackalopes. I think they're going to enjoy that. I don't want to name names of who I'm sending them to, but, well, this particular person is a very angry Aussie. Try to figure that one out. Anywho, why a jackalope, though? Well, a postcard that I sent, very, very similar to this one, nearly got me fired from my job. Now you're probably asking yourself, hey Chris, how can a silly postcard of a jackalope get a person fired? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to try to keep this short. A couple years ago, I worked at a place that was quite oppressive. It was one of those corporations, and a certain person was going on a 3-day weekend, going on a mini vacation with her and her husband. Let's call her Princess. So Princess is going on this vacation, and she's talking it up how she's going to go, and she's going to enjoy herself up in the mountains. And a coworker mentioned to her, hey, do me a favor. Make sure you take a picture of a jackalope for me. They're all over the place up there. Well, she'd actually never heard of a jackalope. So we planned just very specifically, straight panned, described what jackalopes were. And we were kind of having a little bit of fun with her because we knew that she didn't know that, what jackalopes were all about. And we left out, omitted even, that they're not real. But that doesn't matter. I digress. It has nothing to do with it. But so she went on her day, and later on, I think she kind of figured out, someone clued her in. So she kind of knew we were having a little bit of fun with her. So she went on her vacation, and when she came back, in her mailbox was a postcard of a jackalope. And it said something like, you'll never catch me, hee 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 hee. Okay. She kind of enjoyed the joke. She knew that it was a joke. She'd even brought the postcard in. I was the #1 suspect in her mind. Rightly so. I even had someone else write the postcard. The only thing I did was look up the address and put it in the mail. We had the postcard up on the little bulletin board. Everybody was cool with it. It was just a fun little giggle. A couple months later, now mind you, Princess and I don't really see eye to eye. So one day in our stressful co-working day, she ended up getting mad at me for something completely off the topic of a jackalope postcard. I think I called her stupid. Either way, it doesn't matter. She went and complained to the highest person that would listen that she doesn't feel safe around me, that I looked her address up and she doesn't feel comfortable with me knowing where she lives. Well, mind you, I've never been there. I've never said that I was going. I've never called her. I don't deal with her unless I have to. But she was under the impression that she's unsafe, uncomfortable, because I had her address. Well, they could fire me because her claim was I used the company computer to look up private information. Did I? Yeah, I did. I used the computer. It was the fastest way to get her address. But when they came down to me and said, could you use the company computer to get her address? Oh, no, of course not. That's wrong. I can't do that. That's private information. How did I get the address? The internet. Well, she says that she's actually not listed. Yeah, but it's the internet. I can prove it. Absolutely, I can prove it. Tomorrow morning, I'll bring a printout. Right what I did. Well, luckily, it was on the internet. She had bought a house, and I could get her a name, her address, her telephone numbers, her cell phone number, even the Social Security number I could have got at a certain price. And I did it just to save my job. Which is kind of funny, her accusing me of being a weirdo looking up her information actually made me have to be a weirdo and look up her information. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Long story short, she quickly left. My job was safe after a couple of weeks of what should we do with this joker. And then it just came down to, hey, don't send postcards to princesses. Not a problem. Fair enough. So, we all went on with our lives, but it's a running joke now with the people that know the story, and I love postcards, so when people send me postcards, they're always writing, oh, couldn't find a Jackalope one, this will have to do. So I've made it a mission now that anytime I send people anything, I've got to send them a postcard of a jackalope. There, that wasn't too long. Story time actually stayed under 5 minutes. Awesome. You guys have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the story.
Monkeys wear diapers.
That's right. Sometimes they do.